All right, it looks like we are live. So, hey, guys, it is the Keto King here. So, first and foremost, let me know how the audio sounds on this. Secondly, if you aren't able to catch this live and watch this with me live and interact with all the questions, hey, still watch this video. I think there's going to be a lot of helpful information on here. You'll be able to see the live chat that was displayed or was going on at the time of this live Q&A. So you can follow that and see what people were asking, but I'll always read those questions out loud so you guys who only catch this after the fact can understand what I was answering and what everyone was, the questions people were giving. So, oh, Claudie, so pretty. Thank you. That's making me blush. Thank you very much. 10 people, it's awesome. Thank you so much for joining, guys. The reason why I wanted to do this Q&A today is because I really hoped I had finished editing my latest keto bread recipe, which you guys are gonna go wild about. But unfortunately, I haven't. I want to make that one perfect because it's gonna be ridiculously good, and I didn't want to, excuse the pun, but release a half-baked attempt at that. I wanted to make it perfect because that is going to be your go-to keto bread. I can promise you guys. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited. Trini Honey, hi from Florida. Christina Stanley, hi from Southern California. Oh yeah. Sarah, my British queen, thank you so much for joining. So yes, one of the reasons I also did this live Q&A at a different time from the last one I did is so people like Sarah, who's in the UK, and I'm sure other people who are on different time zones are able to join. Hello from Virginia. Yes, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Claudia says, I tried the fudge cake with zucchini, but I did not like it. Are you talking about the cake with the zucchini cake, the zucchini chocolate cake? Okay, what did you not like about it? I think that cake's amazing. I've actually made that cake a few times and actually taken it to parties, and everyone seemed to enjoy it. Maybe they're lying to me, but I love that cake. I think it tastes pretty phenomenal. Yeah, so tell me what you you didn't like about it. What was the problem with it? Sorry, I'm just adjusting my cameras here. Bobby Fox said, I made that cake the other day and it was really good. Yeah, I like it. But hey, you know what? Everyone's got their own tastes, and that's the thing. I put out recipes on the channel. The things you can rely on is that recipe is going to work. So it's not going to be something that's going to be a big flop and a waste of your money and a waste of your beautiful keto ingredients. It's going to work. Not everyone's going to like it, right? Because everyone's got different tastes. So that's just the name of the game. Okay, let's see here. Read some comments. Esmeralda, so talk about the pills of magnesio in keto diet. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you give me a bit more info? Maybe I haven't heard about that as yet. Yeah, so as I said, guys, I've got a couple new videos. I've still got lots. I've still got lots of videos that I've shot, and I'm still trying to edit. Just finding the time to edit them and do all the post editing takes time. So I've got the bread recipe coming up, which yes, I'm so excited about, guys. You'll see in that video. I'm a bit of a jabbering idiot in how excited I am about it. And I've got a chicken pie or chicken quiche that I've done, filmed, and that one's coming up as well. And what else do I have? I've got a wonderful keto beef crockpot stew, which is just so good for meal prep, really delicious. Just a wonderful hearty stew, good for the winter months as well. And I've also shot a really nice video, which I'm hoping I'll do soon. Maybe the next one after I release the bread video is the top 5 reasons why you might not be losing weight on a keto diet. So that one's going to be a great one. I think it'll be helpful for a lot of you guys out there if you're not losing weight, or if you've hit a bit of a stall or a plateau. That video may come into handy. So those are the videos all to come. I've shot all of them. I've already filmed them. So I just got to get around to editing them, which takes an immense amount of time. So shoot, guys, let me know any questions you have here that I can help you out, answer with. Chat about magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate or magnesium citrate. You know what? I haven't had any experience with any of those. I don't use them. You tell me what is the word on the street about this. I can take a look at them at some point, and maybe in the next Q&A we can chat about that. Okay, Claudie, thanks for joining. She said she's got to go. Keto Lasagna. I do have a keto lasagna. It's an eggplant lasagna on my channel, so you can take a look at that. That one's pretty delicious, and also again, lovely healthy vegetables too, which is always a winner, right? Getting in your veggies and keeping it keto. We've got Morpheus Jones from LA. Can you attempt cream-filled donuts? Good suggestion. For sure, I can definitely try to see if I can find something out there that's worthy of the Keto King channel and put on there. It's a good idea. I've been thinking I wanted to do a non-chocolate donut recipe, because obviously that chocolate donut recipe is fantastic, but I wanted to do a non-donut one. I think I could easily adapt that one to make it a vanilla one with just leaving out the cocoa powder, and then I think it would come out great, to be honest. So I'm thinking about doing that, but yeah, that's a good one. Cream-filled donut. Might be difficult to find something that's actually works, but yeah, I'll definitely give that a go and take a look. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, magnesium oxide. Don't get magnesium oxide. That's what Can't Wait smells great keto. Cool name. I love the name. Yeah, no, I honestly I don't know about that. I don't use it. Never had an encounter with magnesium oxide, magnesium citrate, or anything that you guys are talking about there. So yeah, I really haven't gone into that route. I know there's a lot of keto supplements around, and I'm definitely not discounting them or saying that they're not beneficial for certain people and certain aspects of a keto lifestyle, but I initially came to keto from Banting. Now you'll see my name is the Keto King, a.k.a. the Banting Boss. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, well, what the heck is Banting, right? And the Banting it's a keto lifestyle essentially, but Banting it also focuses on a lot of whole foods. It focuses on obviously no processed foods, and there's a lot of certain foods that they feel are inflammatory to your body. So you also got a couple other restrictions, so to speak, in terms of what foods you can eat. But one of the main focuses is whole food. No supplements, definitely no processed foods. So that's where I came from, and so for me, that's influenced me in my keto lifestyle, in that I don't necessarily use other supplements like the magnesium, and I see there's also supplemental ketones you can take and those types of things. Again, haven't done the research into them, so I don't know if they would truly be beneficial or not, but yeah, I just focus on the whole foods, trying to keep the processed food down as much as possible, and yeah, it's worked well for me. Okay, Bobby Fox, why did you start eating keto? So, good question. Well, if you've seen, I'm not an overly huge guy, and never have been. On that note, I have always, for the large portion of my later life, eaten very well and been very dedicated with what I eat, right? I'm not one of the guys who go crazy on desserts. In fact, I turn them down most of the time, pre-keto I'm talking about. So, I've been diligent my whole life, but I was just really tired of the lack of energy that I was feeling, the midday slumps that you got, especially after lunch. You eat your carb-filled lunch, and then you just feel absolutely horrid after lunch. You barely can keep your eyes open. So that was something that I was unhappy with, and obviously reading up about keto, it was touted that was a benefit of keto. So I gave it a go. My wife and I tried it. And yeah, it was fantastic. The energy levels, that consistent energy levels, is literally the number one point on why keto is such a win. Even if you're not looking to lose weight, I know the majority of people are looking to lose weight in it, and that's a fantastic side effect of it. But it doesn't necessarily have to be the only goal and the only benefit, because those consistent and sustained energy levels are where it's at. So that's why I started. doing keto. And you know what? I've just also got an amazing fascination with how foods interact with your body and how foods just interact with your general well-being. So I was curious to try this and give it a go. And yeah, that's where it started. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh, Keto Mama. Oh, was that you, Keto Mama? Or was this your first comment? Thanks for joining, Keto Mama. You're always a regular joiner on these live Q&As. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. So if you guys aren't joining live and you've got comments on magnesium supplements, magnesium citrate, or magnesium oxide, or I'm just reading some of the comments here. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Hey, it's not something I'm overly familiar with, and it may be helpful for other people who are watching this at a later stage. And Deli Girl, is that how you pronounce it? Let me know. Deli Girl 1961. Eating keto is #1 for feeling good, and weight loss is a byproduct. Exactly. Couldn't agree more with that. That's exactly the way I view it. I think a lot of people started out just for weight loss, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If there's something that's sustainable for you and you can maintain for the rest of your life, right? Because it's got to be a lifestyle change. That's why I say keto lifestyle. I don't say keto diet a lot. So it's got to be sustainable, and if it is something that you can do, then absolutely, then keto is the way to go. And if you're looking at it for weight purposes, then that's good. Sorry about the speech. I was just trying to read and chat. Hey, I'm a male. I'm not fantastic at multitasking, so I'm trying my best here. Only that was already taken. Let's see here. Oh, Delhi. Okay, good. So I got it right. Delhi Girl. Only that was already taken, so I spelled it wrong. Lol. Hi from Surrey. Yeah, that's just down the road from me, man. That's fantastic. Not quite down the road, but pretty close. That's awesome. Let's see what else we got here. How often do you eat? Oh, that comment Renee. So Dinah-spired vids. How often do you eat almond and coconut flour products? Pretty often in the baking products. So most of the baked products that we do include those flours. To be honest, I don't really eat too many baked products outside of what I make for this channel, to be honest. And that's part of the nice aspect of this channel, that I'll make the foods and I'll make these baked goods, and then I get to eat them, which is fantastic, me and my family, right? So that's the nice part about it. Outside of that, do I make a ton of the baked foods for myself? No, not really. I'm more sticking to, as I said, the whole foods. One thing with the baked foods you got to be careful of is, especially if you're new to the keto lifestyle, if you're coming in and you're saying, okay, I'm going to start keto, and then you start going with all these baked goods, cakes, donuts, all of those things that have the almond flours or coconut flours, you have to be careful, because your caloric intake can really very quickly shoot up, and you'll end up not losing weight on the keto diet, right? What my recommendation is, if you're new to keto or haven't been doing it for a substantial length of time, I would recommend you start just with whole foods. Get used to just eating, the whole clean foods. Stay away from all those baked goods until you firstly fully establish yourself in ketosis, and then you get a good feel on what works, and a good feel on getting your carbohydrate intake at a standard, consistent level. And then from there, you can start branching out into your baked goods. So yeah, I'm definitely not opposed to them. They're fantastic for baking, and if you don't use them, it's very difficult to get some good keto baked goods, right? Okay. So let's see here. Morpheus is giving me a suggestion about donuts. Cool, I'll take a look at that. Thoughts on using yeast and feeding it with sugar? So Morpheus Jones says, what are my thoughts on using yeast and feeding it with sugar? Fantastic question, because the bread that I'm making is actually a yeast bread, the one that I've filmed and I'm busy editing now. So from my understanding is, the yeast bread is, yeast is actually fine with sugar. I believe from the research that the sugar is entirely consumed by the yeast. So the sugar that you're putting in is not being digested by you, so it's not really a carbohydrate that you should be counting. Nonetheless, in any videos that I do use yeast in, I just add the carbohydrates and put those there for you. Always, macros and ingredients are in the description box in below any video recipe. I always forget to mention that, and I put a lot of effort in putting the ingredient list, all the macros in, so don't forget to always check those out in the description box of my videos. So, for the yeast, you don't need to put a ton of actual sugar in to get the yeast to react. I mean, 1 teaspoon of honey or something like that is sufficient for a bread to rise. And that 1 teaspoon of honey is like 6 grams of carbs. It's not a huge amount, especially if you're spreading it and dividing it over a loaf. So, yeah, I'm all for it, hey? And you'll see this yeast bread that comes out. You guys are gonna be so excited. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that video. Please let me know once that video comes out how you enjoy it, because I am thoroughly excited. Let's see here, what else? Yeah, but you know what, with that sugar, I don't know how much of the sugar is eaten up by the yeast, so that's why I just always include it. It's just a safer bet, right? Okay, originally from East Van. Wow, so many local people. Did you find this channel because it somehow said that I was, local to you? Or is it just coincidence? Let me know, Daily Girl. How many times do I eat a day? So it varies, to be honest. It just depends on weekends or weekdays. Generally, I'm doing twice a day, usually mid-morning and then dinner time. The mid-morning, like maybe 10, 11, 11:30, around there. I find in the morning, wake up, have some coffee, and that's good for me. It keeps me going until about 10, 11, 11:30. Then I eat, and then eat at dinner time. Sometimes also I do have a breakfast shake in the morning, and if you're familiar with my channel, I've got those wonderful two beautiful shakes that I make. It's a green keto smoothie and a berry bliss smoothie. I'll put links to those in the description box below. I'll sort out the description box once I'm done with this live stream. And otherwise, just search on my channel. Literally just go videos and click search and type in smoothie, and you'll find it. And sometimes I have those in the morning, and then I sip on that slowly throughout the day. That takes me, past lunchtime, and then I'll eat something for lunch or just after lunch, and then maybe just a small dinner. It all just depends. One of the things, guys, and I really try and focus on this, is we need to get away from eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. You need to, part of keto is that you get more in tune with your body, because you get rid of those horrible carbohydrates and sugar, which creates those insulin spikes, and that affects your hunger, right? So you get your insulin spike after you've eaten your sugary meal. You obviously feel satiated for a period of time. Once your sugar gets taken out of your body, so your blood glucose level drops, then you hit that crash, and then quite soon thereafter you get hungry again. Obviously with keto, we get rid of that horrible up and down cycle like this, so you get constant levels, so it's easier for you to actually judge when you are hungry. So once you've been on a keto lifestyle for a certain period of time, maybe a few months, and you've been doing it pretty consistently, you'll get out of that cycle, and you'll be able to truly know when you're hungry. Obviously, also keep yourself hydrated, because when you're thirsty, it can often mimic the same type of feelings of when you're hungry. So always make sure you are fully hydrated, and if you feel hungry, have a glass of water and see if you're still hungry after that. If you are, then you truly are hungry, and then you can eat. So I don't try and stick with, hey, I have to eat 3 times a day, or I eat 2 times a day this time and that time. I definitely don't do that. I'm all for listening to your body, and you can do that without the carbohydrates in. That's the beauty of keto. So you can do it, and I feel like I've got way more control over my body and what I eat, and truly determining what it wants and needs now than I ever have. So yeah, there we go. That's it. 2 meals a day generally, or 2.5 maybe, if depending on what I eat. Okay, let me run through the comments. Good question though. Thank you very much for that, Christina. I think it was Christina. No, that was not a vegan. How many times? That was not a vegan. Thanks for that question. So let me see what other questions we have here. Christina says, this is so true on the coconut almond flour. Very easy to gain weight. Yeah, gotta be careful. And Christina says, this is true on sugar and yeast. Yeah, you know what? I just play it safe. I don't want to be assuming that the yeast is eating 10, 15 grams of sugar when it's really not. I don't know. Sarah, I'm looking at you and feeling hungry. Lol. so used to, so used to making gorgeous food on here. Lol. All right. So I'm a. you look at me and you get hungry because I'm normally making food. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, Bobby Fox. I live on your cauliflower mac and cheese. That and the jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon. Oof, that sounds good. Yeah, the cauliflower mac and cheese is so good. And you know the best thing about it is, and a lot of those recipes that we've even talked about here, is that it's vegetables. You're eating vegetables. Yeah, sure, you're throwing in the cheese and all of that, but you're eating veggies. I mean, that's, for me, is just such a win. Okay, when can we expect a new recipe video? The Running Man. Whew, soon, my man. I'm trying to finish that bread recipe this weekend. I'm hoping I'll either have it done probably mid next week, and I'll release that video. Hey, let me know, guys, who are on here and anyone watching this, when is a good time for me to release videos for you? And I know you're all in different regions. Are weekdays good? Generally, I release my videos Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I don't know if any other time would be better. So we'll see. Definitely by next Friday, I'll release the next video. 100%. Might be a little earlier than that, depending if I can get through it. Jelly Girl says, I watched your True Local video and one of your cooking vids and noticed Western family. I said to myself, a Vancouver boy, despite the accent. That is right. Yes, from South Africa, living in Vancouver now. Western family is definitely one of the brands around here. Okay, good spot. Looking forward to it, Morpheus. Yep, you should be looking forward to that bread recipe. It's going to be so good. Christina Stanley says, intermittent fasting with keto is awesome. Keto coffee if get hungry. I'm bad, I'm not getting enough water, working on it. Yeah, intermittent fasting is good. I think intermittent fasting seems to start coming naturally just as a result of your keto lifestyle. It's, you don't have to choose to do it. You can, obviously, but you don't have to. I think it just happens. And you say you're bad, I'm not getting enough water. Yeah, it's critical, guys. So crucial on getting enough water. Really, really, really. I can't emphasize that enough. In fact, I'm thinking of doing a video on just talking about hydration and making how important it is. So I might still do that. Keto Mama, I mostly do one meal a day. That's impressive. I haven't gotten to that stage yet, and I know a lot of people do. Yeah, sure. If you're getting in, firstly, sufficient calories for yourself. Obviously, you can't be fully starving yourself with that one meal, eating 800 calories a day, and your maintenance level is 1600 or even 1800. That's not healthy for you, right? Being in a deficit of 1000 calories is not good. But if in that one meal you're getting sufficient calories, you are getting sufficient micronutrients, so you're obviously getting a well-balanced meal. You're getting micronutrients from different vegetable sources and just different sources in general. 100%. I think one meal a day is great. I know, like, eating 2 meals a day is a substantial burden on not having to eat 3 times a day. I can imagine how much better doing it once a day would be as well. It's, less thinking about food, less cooking, less planning, those types of things. Esmeralda Diva, I lost only 2 pounds in 2 months on keto. Huh. So you've been on keto for 2 months? Yeah, sure. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons that could be why you haven't lost. You could be eating, there's really a lot of reasons. As I say, I've got to have a video that's coming out on top 5 reasons why you're not losing weight. That'll probably be coming out in a couple of weeks. So take a look out for that. I think most importantly, you should probably start tracking yourself, tracking your food, track what you're eating, and see what your macronutrients are coming out to at the end of the day. So based on those trackings, you can look at your caloric intake and you can look at your carb intake. Look at the carbs first. Make sure your carbs are at least 50 grams of net carbs a day or under. Net carbs is total carbs minus fiber minus sugar alcohols. So check that out. If you're not under 50 a day, that might be a reason. And if you are under 50 and you're still not losing the weight, then check your caloric intake. Now you have to go online and try and figure out what your maintenance calories are to get a general idea on how many calories you should be eating. Remember, those are always not a perfect science, so don't take them as gold. That's the exact number you're meant to be eating. But you might be just overshooting it a little bit. Again, if you're new to using all of these fats, you got to be careful. Fats is a higher caloric food, right? Fats, for 1 gram of fat, 9 calories. Whereas, protein and carbs are less calories, right? So you got to be careful with that. So that's what I would do. There's my recommendation. Do it for a couple weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, until my video comes out. And if you're still not losing weight, then check out that video and let me know in the comment section below if you're still struggling, and we can try and help you out. Morpheus says, ever consider using chayote to mimic apples? Never heard of that. What is that? Where can I get it? It sounds good. Monroe says, can you please recap what you said about gaining weight with coconut and almond flour? Huge summary here. Coconut and almond flour is great. You just need to be careful with the baked goods because they can add up the calories, right? You're making these baked goods with all this almond flour and coconut flour. They are high calorie foods, high calorie ingredients. So you got to be really careful that those aren't bumping up your overall caloric intake to a level that goes over your maintenance calories. Remember, eating keto, a lot of the time we don't need to count calories because you're just in tune with your body and you eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're not, and that is a general or natural homeostasis where you're not eating too much just based on your hunger levels. But with the baked goods, that can unfortunately get a little out of whack and you can eat too many calories, and then that can end up in gaining weight. So that's just a general recap. You can always watch this video again later, see what I said on the first time I talked about it once we're done with this live stream. Okay, let's see what else. We have Western Family here in Washington State too. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know Western Family was out of Canada. That's awesome. Sarah, Keto King. Since I got back on keto, I've been using the keto sticks. And why does the color change? Sometimes it gets lighter, sometimes it gets a darker shade. Any idea why? Yeah, it's just based on the food that you've eaten that day. Maybe you've eaten slightly more carbohydrates that day. Sometimes it's a little lower, right? And that'll just vary. That will vary the amount of ketones that you have. I've used those ketone sticks, and they're okay for, I think, a general use, but also I had the same thing. It also varied a lot. So I wouldn't, as long as at some points it's a darker shade, and it's showing you're in ketosis, then that's fine. I wouldn't stress too much about it. I know there are better ways to test it, but yeah, I don't think you should stress too much about that, Sarah. As long as it's showing some presence of ketones, and if it's fluctuating, up and down, that's okay. That's not a problem. Okay, hi from Brazil. Woohoo! Brazil. Hi. I just want to say hi. I'm following you from Egypt. That's awesome, Sarah. Sarah Higazi. Awesome. From Egypt. That's so cool. Says chayote. Do you know Merlaton? Same thing. I don't know either of those things. Okay, Keto Mama. So is your bread recipe better than the buns with seeds? It's awesome. Oof. That would probably be the top 2 recipes. It's going to be the keto buns on this channel, and then it's going to be this keto yeast bread. Just you wait for the keto yeast bread. I'm so excited to show you guys this. Okay, Christina says, if you are a carb addict, stay away from it until you're on keto for a while. Then gradually add flours. I overuse and I stole my weight loss. Christina, you should be on this channel because that is a perfect summary. That's exactly it. I would stay away. You don't need those in order to be able to do keto effectively. So yeah, stay away from them for sure. At least until you've got things under control with the keto lifestyle. Perfect summary. Thanks, Christina. You're the best. Did you say where you're from, Christina? I can't remember at the start of the video. Let's see. Just trying to look at some other comments here. Okay, we're on 29 minutes 37. I don't want this to go much longer than maybe 35 minutes. So let's do it 5 more minutes, and then we will wrap this up. California. All right. Oh, guys, also, I just wanted to have not an announcement, but just to let you know what I'm working on in the meantime. I'm working on a 2-week meal plan, which I'm hoping we'll have ready sometime soon. It's a meal plan with your meals for 2 weeks, 7 days a week for 2 weeks. It comes with obviously the meal plans, comes with full macros, calories, carbs, protein, etc. It also comes with a shopping list, which I think is the most awesome part of it. So for the 2 weeks, you've got your 2-week keto meal plan, and then you've got a shopping list for each week. So it says this is what you need to buy, and those are the ingredients you buy, and it will be sufficient for that week. And then your second week, you've got ingredients you need to buy, and that's sufficient for that. So you literally do your shopping, and you've got all your food for the entire week. It plans out every single meal for each day. It goes on the premise of 3 meals a day, but you know what? Obviously, you can tweak it as you like. It's got the calories for each meal. Easy to adjust up and down if you need to. I just think it's going to be really easy and convenient for everyone. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. It's not fully finalized yet, but it'll be released sometime soon. I'll definitely make an announcement about that. But I'm pretty excited. I've worked pretty hard to get that to something that I'm happy with. So we'll see how that comes out, and if you guys enjoy it and find that beneficial. I really do think you will. Hi from Biloxi, Mississippi. Nice. That's exciting. It's always mind-blowing to think of everyone joining from all around the world. That's just very humbling. I do appreciate you guys being a part of this channel and a part of the keto community. I think we've got a really great community here. I love you guys responding to everyone in the comments. I think it really encourages everyone to watch on the channel and be a part of it. Sarah says, Sarah Higazi, you deserve millions of followers. Thank you so much. Let's go, bring them in. We need lots of followers, right? Yeah, I just want more followers because I think this is a good resource. This channel is a good resource for people on a low carb or keto lifestyle. I think it helps people. And I've said this before, but the reason I started this channel is because I was sick of all those recipes out there that they say, oh, try this recipe, it's fantastic. You try it and it's just, first it doesn't work or it tastes horrible, right? So I say, this is nonsense. I'm wasting so many of my keto ingredients. This has to be a channel that you go out there and you know if there's a recipe on that channel, it's going to work, right? My camera seems to get blurred there. And that's what I was hoping my channel is, and I think that is, right? Every recipe on my channel, I've done, I've tested, I've tweaked it to make sure that it works and it tastes good, so you can rely on all the recipes on my channel. Okay, I don't see any more new questions here. So that's it. I am going to sign off. Thank you guys. We did 33 minutes. It's pretty impressive. I really appreciate it. As I say, lots of good videos coming up. So please watch them. Please share them, like them, comment down below in those videos. You know I love chatting to you. So yeah, let me know how it goes when you watch those videos, if you enjoy them. When you make them, oh yes, when you make your recipes, I always forget to mention this as well. When you make your recipes, tag me on Instagram. I am on Instagram. It's at @the_keto_king. Okay, so tag me when you make them. I love seeing you guys making it, saying, woohoo, look at these keto buns I made. Woohoo, look at this keto mac and cheese. I love to hear it and see it. Seeing the photos on Instagram is the best way to do that. So please can you tag your foods if you make something from my channel at the_keto_king. All right, that's it. Keto Mama, thank you very much. Sarah, my British queen, thank you so much. Thank you for answering most of my questions. From Sarah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for joining, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, so you don't miss any new videos. Hey, and also hit that little notification button. YouTube isn't always fantastic with giving you notifications when I actually release videos, so hit that little bell button next to the subscribe button, and that will make sure you get notifications on my videos. Don't forget to do that. And as always, keep it keto, guys.